The house loomed before me, an imposing structure with an air of foreboding that sent shivers down my spine. It was said to be haunted, a place where the walls held secrets and the shadows whispered tales of the past. Despite the warnings and the rumors, I couldn't resist the urge to explore its mysteries. As I stepped over the threshold, the air grew heavy, and a sense of unease settled in the pit of my stomach. The hallway stretched out before me, its walls adorned with faded wallpaper peeling at the edges. The dim light from the setting sun barely penetrated the gloom, casting long, eerie shadows that danced with each creak of the floorboards beneath my feet. I took hesitant steps forward, my breath catching in my throat as I heard the faintest of whispers. It was as if the walls themselves were speaking, their voices barely audible but laden with a sense of sorrow and longing. My heart raced, and I pressed a hand against the cold, clammy plaster, feeling a strange vibration beneath my fingertips. The whispers grew louder as I ventured deeper into the house, their words becoming clearer, yet still just beyond the realm of comprehension. I strained to listen, my pulse quickening with each syllable that reached my ears. It was as if the very essence of the house was trying to communicate, to share its secrets with an eager listener. I found myself in a room bathed in a sickly green light, the source of which I could not discern. The walls in this room were covered in intricate patterns, symbols that seemed to writhe and shift as I stared. The whispers here were more urgent, almost desperate, and I felt a chill run down my spine as if unseen eyes were watching me. As I reached out to touch the wall, a sudden surge of images flooded my mind. I saw faces, contorted in pain and anguish, their eyes wide with terror. I saw a woman, her hair wild and her expression one of sheer madness, trapped within these very walls. Her voice joined the chorus of whispers, a mournful lament that echoed through the chambers of my mind. I stumbled back, my heart pounding, the weight of the house's history pressing down on me like a leaden shroud. But I couldn't tear myself away. The need to uncover the truth, to unravel the enigma that clung to this place, was an obsession that consumed me. Hours turned into days as I delved deeper into the mysteries of the house. The whispers followed me from room to room, their voices growing louder and more insistent with each passing moment. Sleep became an elusive dream, and my mind became a battleground between the desire to escape and the compulsion to uncover the truth. One night, as I stood before the room with the green-lit walls, the whispers reached a crescendo, a cacophony of voices that seemed to merge into a single chilling chant. The symbols on the walls began to writhe and twist, the very fabric of reality seeming to warp and bend around me. I felt a presence, a malevolent force that coiled around my senses, suffocating me with its darkness. And then, with a deafening roar, the walls erupted in a blinding burst of light. Images flashed before my eyes, a woman's anguished face, a man with hollow eyes, a ritual that promised power but exacted a terrible price. The truth slammed into me like a tidal wave, the weight of the house's secrets crashing down upon my fragile sanity. I screamed, a primal, guttural sound that tore from my throat as the visions consumed me. The walls seemed to close in, the very dimensions of the room shifting and contorting as the house sought to claim me, to bind me to its tortured history. I fought against the current of darkness, clawing my way back to reality, desperate to escape the clutches of the house's malevolence. And then, as suddenly as it had begun, it was over. The green light faded, the whispers receded, and I found myself standing in the room, gasping for breath. The house was silent, the weight of its secrets lifted, as if the very act of revealing them had granted it some measure of release. I stumbled out of the room, my legs weak and trembling, my mind reeling from the horrors I had witnessed. As I made my way to the front door, I glanced back at the house one last time. It stood there, an innocuous facade concealing the darkness within. The whispers were gone, but the scars they had left on my psyche would linger forever. I stepped outside, the cool night air a balm to my frayed nerves. I turned to look at the house once more, a mix of fear and fascination still churning within me. The secrets of the haunted house had been laid bare, but I knew that its legacy would haunt me long after I had left its shadowy corridors behind.